Russell Eisenstadt, co-author of Higher Ambition. You say that business has been hijacked for the last 30 years. What do you mean by that?
I mean that the idea that business can be reduced to financial returns, it's all about just the numbers, that you can judge a business purely by the numbers is just wrong. And it's led to the kind of protest you're seeing outside on Wall Street, and it's led to the kind of crisis we're seeing today.
And how does Higher Ambition address that?
This is a stealth story. These are a set of CEOs who are winning, playing a very different kind of a game about how you build long-term value for stockholders and for everyone else.
Who are some of the CEOs that you studied in the book? What makes them the same and what makes them different?
We looked at CEOs in the US, in Europe, and in India, and they all had the same kind of playbook, but they were really different than other CEOs. They're close to the best CEOs in that they were both playing the short-term game, but also playing for the long term.
Now, was there one particular CEO who really stood out, not in just helping society, but also in returns for shareholders?
Well, there are a number, but I'll just talk about Peter Sands at Standard Chartered Bank. This is a former McKinsey consultant who went on to become the CEO of Standard Chartered. He took that bank and he turned it around, and their purpose was about being here for good. They built long-term relationships in developing markets, and they sailed through the financial crisis because they played a different game and they played it to win.
Finally, here's a big question that a lot of people are asking right now. Should investors want their CEOs to think about things like the environment and the greater good, or should they want their CEOs thinking about how they can get the highest stock price?
They need to think about how they get the highest stock price for the long term. In doing that, you need CEOs who are really thinking about the kind of communities and the world in which they're living. These are CEOs who are thinking about where the long-term value is. And if you think about long-term value, you've got to think about more than just the next quarter.